guys, this is Rockman Rocks from BackStage360 magazine. We're super excited tonight to be here for the Rock and Roll Reunion 7th annual benefit show. I'm with the founder of this, Mr. Anthony Carrasco. Anthony, thanks for giving us the time tonight.
Thank you, you're welcome.
Why don't you tell the people a little bit about why you started this?
Well, it was my girlfriend's idea, my ex-girlfriend's idea, Sophia. And we met, reunited on Facebook, and she said it'd be a good idea to get everybody back together in San Diego. We're on the East Coast, and so Facebook brought everybody together. So I got some friends, made some calls, and said let's do a reunion, and everybody loved the idea. So we started doing the reunion 7 years ago, and it just kept getting growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And as of about 3 years in, my son had passed away, and that's when we decided to just use this event as a catalyst to give the girls something that, since they have to cope with the loss of their father, just kind of make up for that.
Right. And how old are your two granddaughters now?
Just one just turned 13, and the other one is going to be 9. Yeah.
Beautiful. These are friends of yours from the time that you lived in San Diego?
The majority of the bands, we've known each other through the scene from as early as the 80s, and of course some of the bands like Rat and Mickey Rat, those guys were way before us.
Right.
And so they're out. They visit this frequent the event as well.
Nice. Yeah.
But we got Vacscene. They're amazing.
Yeah.
They're rock and soul. Then we got Gunner Gunner. Gunner Gunner was voted the number one band in San Diego. Young artist, new artist. They're amazing. You're going to see them 8 o'clock. Can't miss that show.
Right.
After that, we have the All Stars Jam session. We're just some of the elite musicians here in San Diego. I almost said Florida. Here in San Diego that are you'll see them. They're just a bunch of great people that support the cause every year. And then after that, we have Bam Bam, which is their 31st anniversary. They're going to be here, and they're all together again after
the original guys.
The original guys, absolutely.
After 30 years?
31 years. This is the anniversary.
Wow.
And then don't forget the final act, which is our headliners, are Fooz Fighters. They're a tribute to the Foo Fighters, and they are amazing. They're a really good.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Is that it's about family, and I think if we could if we could always put family first, we're going to be all right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's a whole nother subject. We won't get into that.
The Sicilian thing?
Yeah. Me being Italian,
Did you take care of that thing?
What thing? The first thing or the second,
The second thing. I took care of the first thing.
Okay, I'll take care of the second thing. Yeah. You a Paisan?
No, but I'm an honorary Sicilian.
Okay.
They even gave me the Sicilian gold.
The Malacchia.
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. Tell us a little bit about the girls. How are they doing? What are they doing with their lives and everything?
Right. So the family has come together and just try to show them a lot of support, give them a lot of support. And they're little girls, so they go through changes. You know how women are. Yeah. They're young women, young girls, and they're going through changes. And as they grow every year, we have a lot of different obstacles to go through. And
yeah,
so,
especially with teenage girls.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We take them shopping. After this event, tomorrow morning, we're going to be shopping. We take them to go get their school clothes, their school supplies. Sometimes last year, we painted their rooms. The year before, we got them new beds. And anything we can do just to help them cope,
Right. And the 13-year-old, is she in...
yeah, she's in junior high now.
Okay.
Yeah, and she goes to they both go to the performing arts school here in Claremont.
Okay.
And they're doing really well. They're very artistic. They love rock for some reason. They love the Beatles. They know all the words, all the lyrics. They're amazing.
Cute.
Take care of your children.
You heard it right here, folks, at BackStage360. This is Rockman Rock signing off. This band here is called Bam Bam. I just heard their set. Kicked ass. Really kicked ass. I'm going to let these guys introduce themselves. Go ahead, guys.
Gil Corey, guitar.
Zippy One, guitar.
Dave Roberts, bass and guitar.
Dinty Moore, drums.
You guys been around for a while. Everybody's talking about you. They've seen you for years and years and years. How long you all been together?
Early '83, and we Started to practice in '84. We started playing.
Yeah.
So it's a melting pot of probably 3 or 4 different bands that started at about '84. By about mid '84, we were up in full swing playing. I'd say probably one of San Diego's biggest bands at the time, in addition to Aircraft. Little different style. The mainstream, the hair glam rock was going really good, and we were right there with it. We all came from that background, and then we're like, let's put a twist on this. We got a little English in it, a couple Sex Pistol tapes, and like we want to switch it up a little bit. So about '84, I think we were the only one doing it at that time, so it's been around for a while.
A little bit of down-home raunchy rock and roll then.
Oh, a lot of raunchy rock and roll, you betcha.
Definitely in the 83, 84, 85 era in San Diego, it was real big to have these warehouse parties, and people would just like get a big warehouse, right? And we just show up there and just
We'd play anywhere.
300 or 400 people and pack in a warehouse with a bunch of kegs. And
Oh,
that
we
was
played-
a concert.
We did a 100 kegger up on Chesapeake, and
Oh,
there was
my
probably
God.
about 2,000 people. It lasted about a day and a half.
Wow.
And that was one of the
That was
big
tough.
ones. I'll be walking down the mall and some guy will come up, dude, man, remember '84, that 100 keg party on Chesapeake? I was right there in the front row. It's a trip. I still hear it today. So we'd fire up your somebody's mom's backyard, and 2,000 people would show up to a backyard party, and it was awesome. Good
Yeah.
days, yeah.
Play the block and
How'd
roll
you
or
get
whatever.
involved with the rock reunion?
So we were invited to play last year, right? So that's actually how this band kind of came back together. See, the original members are Dave Roberts and Dave Zimmerman, 2 guys right here.
Cheers,
they put this
original
thing together.
Cheers, original
After that
OG.
band, it switched gears and turned into New World after I jumped in about '86. Or so.
86
And
into
we went on for
86.
a couple more years as New World after. Then certainly the band fell apart at that point, so there was nothing left of it. But a couple years ago, it just sounded like a good idea. Anthony wanted us to play at it, and we put the band back together with the 2 original members. I joined in as a member as well, and then Tom Owens on drums, and then Dan Neighbors on vocals. And so
it kind of came about as almost like a test. Anthony
Yeah.
made a phone call, said, hey, I need a band. You guys want to put that band together? We'll hike it as your 35th year reunion. So we got on the
Right.
phone, we called each other up. We needed a drummer. Tom felt in.
30th,
And
Grandpa.
after the show last year at the reunion, we looked at each other and we said, it went well. You guys want to keep it going? And it
Kung
was
Fu
fun.
was pretty good.
Kung Fu was really good. So we've been going. So
Yeah.
played-
Don't ever stop.
we're playing shows out right now. So
Yeah.
on a
Started
whim,
as a
so-
one-off, and here we are.
What kind of stuff you got going on for the rest of the year? You got tour or shows or?
Shows, what are we, Wong's
Wong's,
on the
yeah.
20th?
It's a fun little dive bar in La Mesa. We're playing there on August 20th. So
20th.
It's a cool place. I like it.
yeah, it's a fun little joint.
And then the new place on India, it's called the Music Box, is showcasing a lot of big bands.
Working on that, right?
And we're working on a show down there too as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you're all from San Diego?
Native.
Yep.
The area?
San Diego,
Yeah.
all the way. We love to play stuff like this because you feel that good passion, and guys like that are in there right now rocking the bands before us. These guys, it's something that's in your blood, that's instilled into you once you strap on a guitar.
Right.
You can't stop. I mean, I'm 54 years old. Gil's, we're all about the same.
52.
We're still, I feel like I'm 25. You know,
Yeah, the bands
we're
are
trying
great
to kill
tonight,
it.
though,
So
man,
yeah,
right? What a
everybody
great
rock
night
and
of
roll.
music.
We're coming across stuff just like the other night at practice. I mean, we're doing usually early 80s English stuff, and then we looked at each other and we're like, man, we're all born in rock and roll. Let's how about drop a Sabbath song in there? So we're starting to acquire some like harder rock stuff for us. Anyways, we played Guns N' Roses tonight, but I think eventually at a practice, guys will pop up an idea. So I think it might morph into something like that. Well, thank you guys for having
Yeah,
us.
thank you.
Thank
It's
you
an
very
awesome
much.
outlet to get people out and music scenes and stuff like that. To see you soon. Supporting local music, Bam Bam San Diego, forever.
Keep
Yeah.
rocking.
Peace.
This whole Foo Fighter thing, how did you guys get that together?
Well, we tried to pick a band that we thought was popular, that we could make some money on. Of the shows that we've done so far, the kids come out to see the shows. There's all ages, I see kids with their parents, which is encouraging. And then they're well liked in a lot of different countries, so that's why we chose them.
Absolutely. And Brett, you played the guitar in the band?
Guitar player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like the leader. Is that how I?
Yeah, I picked up the role of band manager. I've been in business my whole life, and played in a lot of bands, cover bands, tribute bands. We had a Stone Temple Pilots band that was pretty successful here in town for a few years. And, you know, picking up on what Nick said, we picked Foo Fighters. You know, they're one of those bands, I will relate them to like Tom Petty, okay? So
Right.
Tom Petty, you know, started in the 80s, but he's still popular. He's writing great songs, releasing albums in 2010. Foo Fighters are the same. A lot of people try to say, well, Foo Fighters are a 90s band, a grunge band. That's not true. I mean, their best album was put out 5 years ago, an album called Wasting Light.
Right.
And
Yeah, they're very mainstream.
they are,
Very
you know,
mainstream.
Dave Grohl is, you know, the man that's keeping rock and roll alive in the world. I believe that. He's the one guy that
he's
is
a cool dude.
cool dude.
Very
So,
cool dude.
You know, we're excited about this. We've been at it a little over a year, and we're picking up shows. We've got a tour back on the East Coast in February. We're heading
Very
to
cool.
Arizona next weekend, 2 nights at Casino, Arizona.
Come see us.
And so, you know, things are looking good. But our hometown is San Diego.
Yeah.
Well, we put a lot of effort into it, a lot of time, and actually a lot of money. So
yeah.
you know, it's paying off, and I think we could be one of the. I know we can be one of the top tribute bands, if not the best Foo Fighters tribute band in the world. So that's what we're striving for.
And,
We've,
that's a good goal.
You know, it's really successful tribute bands, in my opinion. It's all about attention to detail. So
Yeah.
we are each constantly trying to tweak what we do to be that person, to play note for note. And we've got a guy in our band, Don Hickey, who was a touring professional musician for 20 years back in the 80s. And he's got a great ear. And as Nick mentioned, we work very hard. Our rehearsals are stressful. We're not drinking beers and kicking back and laughing. We're listening to it, playing it over and over again until we get it right. So we have a show with Led Zeppelin. And I don't know if you know about Led Zeppelin, but
Absolutely
they
do.
tour the world. We're playing House of Blues with them on August 13th. We'll be opening for them, and that's a cool
House
show.
of Blues, San Diego.
Yeah, and that's a good show because if anyone saw when the Foo Fighters played Wembley Stadium, there was over 100,000 people there.
I did see that on
And
HBO.
they brought John Paul Jones and Jimmy Page up on stage with them, and they played. You know, the Foo Fighters are huge fans of Led Zeppelin, all the classic rock bands.
Beatles.
So we're very excited about that show. Want to talk about great tribute bands, Back to Black, one of the best tribute bands of all time. And Brad asked me earlier this year if we would consider headlining this event. We jumped all over it. I was
Sure.
like, wow, yes, we're all over it. So I've known Anthony a while. This is just a tremendous event, great venue here at Tango del Rio. So we're excited about it. Hopefully, you know, everyone's here at the show and they're going to get to see us play. We're excited. We have a new set list. We've kind of revamped it, and we're kind of putting it towards what the Foo Fighters actually do when they play live. So we're taking every one of these songs and stretching them and trying to give the you know, the people, the audience, the real
real
true
deal.
Foo Fighter experience.
How long you all been together?
It'll be 3 years this October.
Okay.
So yeah, we started our first like legit show was almost 3 years ago, and we kind of make our anniversary Halloween every year. It's been an amazing journey. After our first show, we were offered to open up for Lita Ford the very next week. And since then, it's just kind of been like this natural progression. So it's been an awesome event here, love playing here. And it's just cool to like set a marker for ourselves to see like where we've been in the past year since we played
And
here.
you guys are based right here, San Diego?
Yes,
Okay.
San Diego.
And you have an album out.
Yes.
Okay.
We have an album out that's been out for a year and a half. It's called Our Time, and it's the culmination of our first 3-song EP along with 5 additional songs, which got us a lot of notoriety on our first release.
Right.
We were in the City Beat. We got Best Rock and Roll Band from Rock 105.3, and we've had a lot of success from it, so
Right.
it's really cool. Yeah.
You got new music coming out?
We do. So we are about to release a new single this summer, towards the end of the summer. We're working with a guy named Curtis Peoples, who is a writer for Pierce the Veil, and he is building a team around us, which is a really exciting time, crazy time for sure.
It's your time.
Yes, it's our time, right? So we're gonna release Lucky. It was the first song we played here tonight. We're really amped on it. Our mission is just to deliver straight up rock and roll, and I think it's definitely the message. And this song is gonna be something really good for us. We really have a good feeling about it.
And the music that you have out already, I assume you can download it?
Yes, you can get it on Pandora, Spotify, iTunes, Facebook, gunnergunner.com. We also have Instagram at @GunnerGunnerBands. You can access us anywhere, YouTube channel, everything.
So your influence as a kid growing up?
Right, so my dad, I have a wide variety of influences, but I think directly with this band, my dad raised me on Van Halen, The Doors, The Cult. So, my greatest influences for sure, David Lee Roth, Ian Ashbury, Jim Morrison. I do really spend a lot of time working on my voice and trying to perfect my craft, but I think when people come to see us, unfortunately in this day and age, it's so rare to see a band get up on stage and just plug in and play authentic rock and roll. We write all of our own original music. All the lyrics mean something from my life, and I think it's just authentic. You see it on the stage and it's refreshing, and it's rare these days where, we take pride in that. So
how did you guys get involved with this event?
Basically, growing up with my pops, he basically, taught me anything there is to know about guitar. And he's been in and out of bands his whole life. And just recently, in the past 5 years, he was in Stone Temple Pilots tribute band. And he met Anthony from San Diego. And that was kind of the connection since day one. And Anthony reached out, heard our music, and, was really moved by it. And just last year was our first year.
Here.
And, right. And the rock and roll reunion. And from there, we were asked to play again this year. And Anthony's such a great dude.
Oh,
and,
he is. Amazing guy.
But it's just basically everything we've done and everything my dad has done. He's helped us from day one, and kind of he's kind of living vicariously through myself.
Right.
I want to make the point, we try to do things that, playing the show, benefit concerts, and all that kind of stuff is why, music saved my life. Music saves lives.
Absolutely.
You cannot deny it, and that's the real reason. Money, whatever, but we want to touch people, and playing benefit shows and being surrounded by great people who are willing to do these sort of things is what we're about. So that's why we are truly involved in this event.
Right.
Absolutely.
And you play rhythm guitar.
Yes, sir.
No one plays rhythm guitar anymore. How'd you get started in playing rhythm?
My old man. He was never a lead guitarist.
So you learned from him, and
I learned from him. Got started on a Fender Telecaster when I was 7 years old.
Christian, our lead guitarist, myself and Kyle went to high school together, and ever since I met Christian, I was like, I knew this kid was going to be special. I've seen Eddie Van Halen play 3 times, and you sometimes you just see someone play and you say, I don't know what just happened, but it moved me, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, Kyle brings such an other necessary aspect to this band. It's a solid bass rhythm section where it really does allow the rest of us, and especially Christian, to be free on his guitar.
Right.
And Kyle plays a massively intricate part to the band, and I think sometimes the stage is a little small, but I think it works so perfectly for us. And a lot of bands struggle with a lot of emotions and attitudes in the same room, but he's I wouldn't have it any other way. He definitely adds an amazing aspect to our band. So
Vacscene just played a smoking set.
Thank you.
And appreciate you giving us some time to chat with you a little bit. You guys been around for a while.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, and all the same people. These are original guys.
We started out with Bobby on bass, and he ended up not being able to get to the gigs. He was a great bass player, but couldn't show up. So we recruited Eric Koch, who's playing with us now.
Okay.
He's in like 90 other bands, but he's a solid bass player and good friend. And
It usually happens when you're a good bass player. You're never out of work.
yeah, they say, Tony, if you want a good gig, be a bass player because you'll get all the gigs.
Right.
Yeah.
How long you been affiliated with the Rock Reunion?
I've been playing with Anthony and Brad. Brad's in Back to Black, as we know.
Right.
Great AC/DC tribute band. Brad Kirkbride, great friend of mine. He's amazing. Anthony just does so many things for the musical community. So it's like, all my friends want to get on the guest list the day of the show, as that always happens.
Right, yeah.
But, it's a worthy cause, and we're glad to always be supporting that.
And I got to see a little
you,
bit
Tony.
of this one. This one, it was smoking.
You're awesome.
You played
Thank
great,
you.
bro.
You're very kind.
No,
Thank you.
that's the
Well,
facts.
thank you, Tony.
Your drummer, he's been with you right along?
I got up to playing from Japan, Tony, in 1979. Yes, I said that year. Don't get scared.
No, I'm not.
But that guy would call me at McDonald's and go, dude, I want a roadie for your band. He was like this hippie dude that wore a headband.
Right.
Yeah, so I've known Johnny since 1979. That's kind of scary, huh?
That's a minute.
So yeah, it's a minute. Hot minute, not a New York minute.
Right.
It's a Chula Vista minute.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a while, but it's good to be still doing it. Blessed to be here, and very thankful to play and give to the musical community.
You got other gigs coming up?
Lots of gigs.
Okay.
Playing Brick by Brick with Juan Crocer from Rat.
Yeah.
We're going to open that show. I don't know if we're first. It doesn't matter to me. Just really happy to be there. Do that one. That's August 13th, and we're playing a place called Sherry Stock. That girl Sherry that was just telling me I should have played this song, but we didn't play it tonight. She was mad at me. But love Sherry and Sherry Stock. That's out. When is Sherry Stock on?
August
23rd? Somewhere around there. It's out Ramona.
Okay.
Big festival. Yeah, Tony.
Big festival.
Yeah, yeah.
So you guys are gigging.
We're gigging.
You're
Yeah.
working.
We're working.
So how do your fans find out about your schedule? You got a website, Facebook? What's up?
We have a Facebook, Vacscene, and we do that. A lot of social media, just Facebook.
Right.
We used to have MySpace. It's all gone now.
Right, yep.
But we're getting ready to get back in the studio. There's a website coming up for Vacscene.
Okay.
Yeah, and Vacscene.
Okay.
Vacscene. Like you got the cure, Tony.
Yeah.
You got the fix.
Right.
We got the only fix you'll ever need. And you just got some of that. Tell me about that, Tony.
Vaccine. You heard it here, guys. You heard it here. Well, this is Rockman Rocks. Thanks again.
Thank you, Tony.
You bet.
Appreciate you, man.
You bet. I got my buddy here, Vic Nieto, one of the top promoters for concerts here in the San Diego area. Appreciate you giving us some time tonight, Vic. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
That. Yeah, listen, we're here. It's all about the music, man.
Yeah, it is.
So I understand you got a new gig. You're going to be the director down there at Brick by Brick. How's that
Yeah,
going?
I'm basically doing my own shows at the Brick, but I am helping them out and working with them, and we're going to build a good relationship. I will do Ramona Main Stage, which was my current booking place.
Right.
And I'm going to do a few shows there. Shows that are a little too big or fit better at Ramona.
Right.
But my main booking area is going to be the Brick by Brick of San Diego.
Right. I know we're coming down there in August to do a thing with the Ravenscroft guys. They're good friends of ours. And we're excited about that. So I'll probably run into you there that night.
Yeah.
I know Billy's been down there covering shows for the magazine, BackStage360. What do you got coming up at Brick by Brick?
I've got Grim Reaper coming up in November. I've got Diamond Head coming up. I have John Fives will be showing up at the Brick by Brick. Last time he was at Ramona Main Stage. This time. Tony McAlpine, which just beat cancer and is in remission. He's going to do a cancer-free mini tour to see how he feels and how it goes. And then he's going to hit Europe and then come back to the States again. I talk to him all the time. I was communicating with him when he had cancer, and there was times where he just didn't want to talk, so we took time off. But he's looking forward to playing again, and I'm glad because I've had him play for me many times and for the fans in San Diego.
Right.
And the guy is a genius. And
yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
He's one of the top guitar players of all time. Yeah, he makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah,
he jokes around, and he's not really a rock star. He doesn't believe in any of that.
No, I know.
He's about the music.
And John 5 was the same way.
Yeah, John 5 doesn't. He knows who he is, and these guys are real musicians. Real musicians don't do the rock star crap.
Yeah.
They know they do their stuff on stage. They want to share their music and their talents with people.
Yeah, exactly.
Rock stars want the fan appreciation. They want that ego. Come on, give it to me.
Yeah.
You know. But I've always been into guitar players, bass players, and even drummers because it takes a lot to master an instrument.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Especially guitar. An instrumentalist, for them to be able to do what they do on the stage and keep you occupied with just playing melodies on a guitar without vocals or anything else, it blows my mind.
When I first met you, I think it was probably out at the Ramona main stage, we came in contact with you every time we were out there, and all the guys that you were bringing in were all just freaking shredders.
Well, I look for them.
Yeah,
and I know them from back in the 80s and back in my Hollywood days. Some of them I knew from back then, and I just remembered, called them up. You know, luckily for the internet, I can get a hold of them.
Right. And what's your goal with Brick by Brick now that you've taken over that venue?
I just want to do my own shows and build a help them build a following. I love that place. I like the owners there. To me, it's all about the people, the owners, the fans, and Brick by Brick just has this history. People don't even know the history of that place.
Oh yeah, I do.
You know, U2 played there.
Yeah.
NXS's first tour was at the Brick by Brick.
Right.
You know, Zach Brown played there. The Cult. Everybody and their mother has played the Brick at some point in their life, and people just don't know it. You know?
There's a new owner there, I understand.
Yeah, As I Lie Dying, Jordan, Shannon, the whole band bought into the Brick, and they're trying to keep the name and build it up.
Right.
They're young kids and they're learning the business, and they'll get better.
Right.
And they're willing to work with me and anybody else that can come in that can share, you know, their knowledge with them. I mean, I've had Duff, which gave me this necklace. Ted Nugent gave me the pick, but Duff gave me the necklace, and he had his band Walking Papers. They just started, and his agent contacted me, and it was a great show having Guns N' Roses play at the Brick. I mean, people, like I said, people don't understand the kind of talent that
they can't do that.
Yeah.
The Brick by Brick, folks, you know, San Diego's one of San Diego's oldest clubs is in good hands with my good friend Vic Nieto here, and if you get a chance to get out there and see a show, do it. It's a gas, and you know, let's try to keep the music scene in San Diego cooking.
Yes.
All right.
It's fading. We need to keep it going.
Yeah,
definitely.
No doubt. Well, that's what we're all a part of here, is trying to keep the music flowing. Anyway, I appreciate your time, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, bro.
And this is Rockman Rock signing off, man. Thanks.
There you go.